Hey everybody, welcome back to the Wolf Pit with another episode of What Are We Eating? Over the past several years of visiting my own personal adult playground, the Dollar Tree, I have tried a lot of the frozen fast bite sandwiches, and I cooked them in the microwave according to the instructions. And they were all either soggy and mushy or tough and chewy. I know that's a weird contrast of textures, but it is what it is. And over those several years, you, the people, have recommended various ways of heating up different frozen foods, especially sandwiches. And I always kind of shrugged off those recommendations because I like to follow the directions on the products I'm trying to give them a fair review. Well, over the years, I've realized that just because a manufacturer recommends a way of heating up a food doesn't mean it's the right way. I mean, we have processed food manufacturers out there calling gravy stew sauce. So obviously these marketing geniuses that are selling these foods don't know a damn thing about food, besides selling highly processed crap food and lining their pockets with the people's hard-earned money. Which brings me to the most important point while I'm on my soapbox. If you've been watching the channel for a while, you'll remember why I started doing the What Are We Eating videos. Number one was to show you that buying foods in these so-called discount stores wasn't really a discount at all, and the food is garbage. And number two, I started doing the budget videos to show you that you can make homemade, wholesome, delicious meals with foods from your normal grocery store. Speaking of budget meal videos, I haven't done a video on a budget meal in a long time. So if you, the people, want to see more budget videos and you have any budget video ideas, let me know in the comments. Now let's go over our first fast bite sandwich, which is the 4.9 ounce breaded chicken sandwich that consists of breaded chicken breast patty with rib meat on a bun. And by the way, all of these fast bite frozen sandwiches that I got from the Dollar Tree cost $1.25 versus the cost of $1 several years ago. And I don't want to beat a dead horse to death, but when you see the word patty in the description of a product, that basically means it's gonna be a 4-meat slurry concoction, which every one of these fast bite sandwiches we're gonna be trying today is a 4-meat slurry concoction. Here's the list of ingredients, and this is a new one to me: textured and untextured vegetable protein. I've never heard or even thought about untextured vegetable protein, but if you ever wanted to know what the difference was between textured and untextured vegetable protein, here you go. Now let me tell you, nothing tempts my tummy like the taste of nuts and honey when I see that something I'm getting ready to put in my mouth and ingest has undergone a thermoplastic extrusion process. That just sounds healthy and delicious, doesn't it? Oh, and one more thing, just like most of the processed foods we eat, includes bioengineered food ingredients. Whatever happened to just growing food in the ground? The whole Fast Bites breaded chicken sandwich has 390 calories, 15 grams of total fat, 3.5 grams of saturated fat, no trans fat, 15 milligrams of cholesterol, 560 milligrams of sodium, 48 grams of carbohydrates, 3 grams of fiber, 6 grams of sugars, and 14 grams of protein. Next, we have the Fast Bites Spicy Chicken Sandwich, which consists of a spicy breaded chicken breast patty with rib meat on a bun. Here's the list of ingredients, and I guess they're going to keep us guessing on this one because it simply says vegetable protein product. So inquiring minds want to know whether it's textured or untextured vegetable protein product. The whole Fast Bite Spicy Chicken Sandwich has 410 calories, 15 grams of total fat, 3 grams of saturated fat, no trans fat, 30 milligrams of cholesterol, 550 milligrams of sodium, 52 grams of carbohydrates, 2 grams of fiber, 7 grams of sugars, and 16 grams of protein. Now I have 6 sandwiches in total that we're going to try today, but we're going to do them in batches of 2. And like I mentioned in the beginning of this video, I didn't like the results when I tried these sandwiches heated up before in the microwave. So today, we're going to use the air fryer in hopes that the meat doesn't turn out rubbery and chewy, and it might even turn out crispy. Who knows?
Oh my goodness, would you look at that? His air fryer is so dirty. I would never eat at his house.
You're right about that, Karen. So in goes our spicy breaded chicken patty, and then our regular breaded chicken patty. And then they cook at 375 degrees for a total of 4 minutes, flipping after 2 minutes. And then once the chicken patties were done, we put the buns in at 375 degrees for 1 minute. 4 minutes later, our chicken patties are ready. And 1 more minute later, our buns were ready. So we put our regular breaded chicken sandwich together, and then we cut it in half for you, the people, so you can see what's inside. And I'm not sure why, for Alyssa stabbed the sandwich first, like she's carving a pumpkin. Maybe she's getting ready for Halloween. Or maybe she's practicing on shanking me like a prison snitch. So here's what the crosscut section of the sandwich looks like. And visually, I have no complaints. So then I used my incisors to bite off a big old piece, and down the gullet it went. And that was actually not that bad at all. It was actually pretty good. But keep in mind what we're talking about when I say it's pretty good. It's a highly processed, foreign meat slurry concocted chicken patty sandwich. So when I say it's good, that means it's about as good as this type of sandwich can be. The breading on the chicken was crispy, the chicken was moist, the chicken had a good flavor, and the bun was soft, fluffy, and tender. So next I wanted to try the chicken by itself. And you can see it has a nice light coating, which was crispy, and the chicken was moist and tasty. Add some cheese and your favorite condiments, and this will be even tastier. But don't be fooled, because like I said in the beginning of the video, these foods from the Dollar Tree are not a bargain. And I'm pretty positive that I could make the same sandwich for equal or less money that doesn't have any type of soy protein or bioengineered ingredients. So I'm giving Fast Bites breaded chicken sandwich, cooked in the air fryer, a 5 out of 10. Next, let's try our spicy chicken sandwich. And that red color is kind of scaring me that it's going to be too spicy, because you, the people, know that I can't handle spicy food. So Verlissa cut up the sandwich like she's carving a pumpkin, and again, this sandwich looks pretty good. Actually, I think the cross-section inside part looks better than the regular breaded chicken sandwich. So into the old pie hole, and down the gullet it went. And that was another tasty Fast Bites breaded chicken sandwich, except it was spicier, but not very spicy whatsoever. Maybe Frank's Red Hot Sauce spicy, but nothing beyond that. Definitely something that I could enjoy with a little bit of spice. And again, the breading on the chicken was good, the chicken was moist, it wasn't rubbery, and it had good flavor. And once again, the bun was soft and fluffy. And actually, I think I enjoyed eating the chicken by itself better than with the bun. And I'm giving Fast Bites breaded spicy chicken sandwich a 5 out of 10. Next, we have the Fast Bites cheeseburger, which consists of a flame-broiled beef patty and American imitation cheese on a bun. Okay, what am I missing here? It's already a well-known fact that American cheese is not real cheese. So are they being redundant when they say American cheese is imitation cheese? Or is it imitation American cheese? If so, what do you call it? I'm so confused right now. I need a little help from Scooter.
Well, Larry, I just don't know either. I'm as confused as you are for once.
Scooter, do you know how refreshing that sounds to me? That you really don't know everything like you think you do.
Well, Larry, I still know more than you do.
Here's the list of ingredients, and once again, we have TVP and bioengineered food ingredients. Yum times 2! Each Fast Bites cheeseburger has 410 calories, 17 grams of total fat, 6 grams of saturated fat, no trans fat, 20 milligrams of cholesterol, 560 milligrams of sodium, 48 grams of carbohydrates, 3 grams of fiber, 7 grams of sugars, and 15 grams of protein. And then we have the Fast Bites grilled chicken sandwich, which consists of a flame-broiled chicken breast patty with rib meat and cheese on a bun. Give me that baby back chicken rib meat. Here's the list of ingredients, and I find something very odd. The fully cooked, flame-broiled, cutlet-shaped chicken breast patty with rib meat, well, that's a mouthful. No, Harry, that's what she said. Scooter, stop it. This is a family-friendly show. As I was saying, the chicken does not include any TVP. So why do the breaded chicken patties have to have textured and or untextured vegetable protein? Inquiring minds want to know. The whole grilled chicken sandwich with cheese has 320 calories, 13 grams of total fat, 4.5 grams of saturated fat, no trans fat, 40 milligrams of cholesterol, 610 milligrams of sodium, 35 grams of carbohydrates, 1 gram of fiber, 6 grams of sugars, and 17 grams of protein.
Oh, there's that disgusting air fryer again.
So we remove the cheese from the cheeseburger and the chicken patty, and then they cooked in the air fryer at 375 degrees for 4 minutes, flipping at the halfway mark. And then we added the cheese back to both patties and put them back in the air fryer for 30 seconds. And as you can see, that was a bad idea, and it turned into a disaster. The cheese blew all over the air fryer. So we did our best to salvage the cheese, and the weird thing was, the white cheese on the chicken sandwich melted nicely, but the American artificial cheese did not melt whatsoever. So once we fixed that cluster, we put the buns in the air fryer at 375 degrees for 1 minute. And by the way, I did measure the temperature of all 6 patties that I cooked today, and they all came out at or above 165 degrees. So that 4 minutes at 375 degrees in the air fryer is more than sufficient to cook these through. So we cut our grilled chicken and cheese sandwich in half so you, the people, could see what's inside. And once again, it looks pretty good. And once I bit into this one, the first thing I noticed was it seemed like there was much more bread on this sandwich than there was on the previous 2. But the chicken and that creamy cheese was pretty darn good, to be honest with you. The chicken was super moist and had good flavor, and the cheese was super creamy, artificial or not. The chicken and the cheese together by themselves was even better than it was on the bread. I think that's because there was so much bread. But most of the time when you're eating this garbage, the chicken feels like you're eating a sponge. But not in this case. It felt pretty much like a real piece of chicken, with the fake charbroiled grill marks. Those grill marks are formed with a rotary brander like this. So far, the Fast Bites grilled chicken sandwich with cheese has been my favorite, which is why I'm giving it a 6 out of 10. Next, we have the Fast Bites grilled cheeseburger, and once again, we cut it in half for your viewing pleasure. And this looks a little sketchy. Or at least to me it does. But whether it looks sketchy or not, into my old pie hole and down the gullet it went. This by far is the worst of the 4 sandwiches I've tried so far, and I was forced to do something that Stormy Daniels would never do. I had to spit it out. The hamburger itself had a really weird flavor to it, and the texture was literally like you're eating corrugated cardboard. with almost like a burnt oil flavor to it. And that's with the bun. But once we tried the cheeseburger and the cheese without the bun, the flavor got even worse. It almost tasted rancid, to be honest with you. And I'm giving the Fast Bites grilled cheeseburger a 0 out of 10. Now for our final two Fast Bite sandwiches. Started off with the barbecue chicken sandwich, which consists of a chicken patty with barbecue sauce on a bun. Here's the list of ingredients. And now we have an unbreaded piece of chicken that does contain textured and untextured vegetable protein. What is the deal? Why does some chicken have textured or untextured vegetable protein and some do not? The Fast Bites barbecue chicken sandwich has 370 calories, 12 grams of total fat, 3 grams of saturated fat, no trans fat, 30 milligrams of cholesterol, 560 milligrams of sodium, 47 grams of carbohydrates, 2 grams of fiber, 11 grams of sugars, and 16 grams of protein. And now for the Fast Bites barbecue rib sandwich, which consists of barbecue pork patty with barbecue sauce on a bun. Here's the list of ingredients, and I've got to say this is the very first time I've ever seen TVP used in pork. The whole Fast Bites barbecue pork rib sandwich has 370 calories, 15 grams of total fat, 4.5 grams of saturated fat, no trans fat, 20 milligrams of cholesterol, 520 milligrams of sodium, 46 grams of carbohydrates, 2 grams of fiber, 12 grams of sugars, and 12 grams of protein.
Oh my Lanta, the air fryer is just getting more and more disgusting. Ew!
So in goes our barbecue pork rib patty and our barbecue chicken patty to air fry at 375 degrees for 4 minutes, flipping after 2 minutes. And then here they are after 4 minutes. So let's cut in and try the barbecue chicken patty sandwich first. And don't forget that I did air fry the buns at 375 degrees for 1 minute. And once again, the chicken looks good. However, I don't know if I was getting overbreaded or these really do indeed have too much bread. But it seemed like the rolls got bigger and the meat got smaller as we progressed. So into the old pie hole and down the gullet it went. And again, the chicken was moist and flavorful and most of all tender. The barbecue sauce was sweet and tangy. But I just couldn't deal with the bread anymore. I don't think there's necessarily anything wrong with the bread. I think I just had enough. So then we tried the barbecue chicken by itself. And once again, just like all the previous chicken sandwiches, the chicken was the star of the show. It was moist, tender, well seasoned, and the barbecue sauce added a nice zesty tang to it. And I'm gonna give the Fast Bites barbecue chicken sandwich a 6 out of 10. And finally, last but not least, we have the barbecue rib sandwich. So we slice it in half, and just visually, it started reminding me of the hamburger. But I was gonna try it no matter what, for you, the people, so you don't have to. And I'm happy to say, I was pleasantly surprised. The pork was tender and juicy with good flavor, and the sauce tasted just like the sauce on the chicken. It was sweet and tangy. This was actually pretty good. I wasn't expecting much. So then we finally tried the pork by itself, and it got even better without the bread. Like I said, I wasn't expecting much from the pork sandwich, but it was much better than I expected, especially by itself, without the bread. It was moist, tender, well seasoned, and the sauce added a nice little zip to it. And I'm giving the Fast Bites barbecue rib sandwich a 6 out of 10. Thank you all very much for watching. Please don't forget to like this video, share it with your family and friends, and your enemies if you like, subscribe, and I'll see you soon.